I'm Emily Schultz, the author of The Blondes. You're listening to the 2026 remaster of The Blondes podcast.
I'm Frida Wells. Can you believe I'm actually here, alive? I can't either, but that's what we're all about at Flow. We've faced some criticism in the past, even on Broad Strokes, but that's why we're the sponsor now. We go to where the narrative needs to be changed to empower women with wellness and battle the Western medical machine with equally expensive alternatives. Since curing myself of SHV, people have asked me how I did it. I assume they're probably dripping with the virus, so I step back a little bit and tell them how easy it is. I start every morning with my Flow Glow. It's only $60 a packet and it's loaded with vitamin C, D, and CoQ10. This naturally lightens your hair from the inside while protecting your cells from raging out. Let's try some now. Oh, love it. It's got a very tangy, citrusy hamster shavings taste. God. Ready for the fight? Well, I hope not, but you know what I mean. Anywho, enjoy this episode. We'll be back with another wellness tip, and we're going to tell you all about an awesome project we're working on. Remember, live your brand and go with the flow. Feel love, openness, and wellness.
I'm Jennifer Lim, and this is Broad Strokes, an investigative podcast from Engagement Media. Where a woman lived decided her fate that autumn 2 years ago. In New York, the governor temporarily closed women's health clinics, Pilates classes, and banned the sale of hair bleach. Of course, the city celebrated the outbreak with irony in a matter of days, with clubs in Bushwick and Ridgewood offering blonde nights, where anyone with a blonde wig could get in for free. In California, beaches were shut down due to the presence of sand fleas, and women were urged to cooperate by recording their temperatures and self-reporting. But some states used emergency powers to quarantine women showing any early symptoms: fever, lethargy, congestion, listening to Joni Mitchell's Blue on repeat, and, of course, sudden acts of aggression. It was outside of New York City that Hazel Hayes was taken into quarantine.
That sound? It's room 3. When women break with the fever, they're taken there. It's called isolation, but we all know it's something worse, because no one comes out. That's why I'm alone down here. They gave me the job of cutting off the hair of the new patients. Then I bring the hair down to burn it in the furnace. They don't know if it's infectious material or not. It flares up real quick and bright, leaving behind that singed smell. That smell is with me even when I'm making these recordings. Even still, I hope to keep this job and a little bit of freedom. The nurses are talking about how I'm freaking out the new patients with my mere presence. Something about a 6 months pregnant woman with squeaky Fromm style doesn't exactly put people at ease, does it? If any of them had seen what I've seen, they would know. The disease comes or it doesn't. And if it comes, there's nothing you can do to prevent it.
It took weeks, but knowledge of the evaluation centers broke through from social media to mainstream coverage. While the centers were debated in Congress, activist groups, like the Roots Radicals, took a more direct approach. They snuck cell phones and cameras into several centers where the women were called patients, but their reality was closer to being prisoners. As women were released, they spoke of horrible conditions, overcrowding, no access to basic health care, and no actual treatment of SHV. Rumors also began about one evaluation center where few, if any, women ever left. As awareness of the centers built, the activist group released their manifesto on Record Store Day on limited edition cassette.
First, they came for Lady Gaga, and I did not speak out because I was not born that way.
Then they came for Nicki Minaj, and I said nothing, as I was not a stupid hoe.
Then they took Avril Lavigne, and I said,
See you later, boy.
But now, to our imprisoned sisters, we will not let apathy win again.
We know you don't need a stylist to tell you which way the hairdryer blows.
Around the world, SHV is being managed as a public health crisis. In America, it has become a political weapon, and our lives are in the balance.
Some states are illegally quarantining women, using blonde rabies as a pretext to further a war on all women.
we are now collecting information from inside the quarantines. We are coordinating the mass liberation of illegal centers.
We will not
Stop.
Signed,
the Rita Ora
Commando Cell of the Roots Radicals.
But the efforts of that group and others was too late to stop what happened to dozens of women at the WE centers. We'll reveal a never-before-heard recording from the Hazel tapes after this message from our new sponsor.
Hi, everybody. It's 9:30 at night and I've killed 3 men. Just kidding. But it has been a long day on set, and I'm going to show you how I take my makeup off. First, I'm going to take Flo's Moontide scrub that we make. It's got real moon dust in it, and put it in the palm of my hand and emulsify it like this. And it comes with this beautiful little cloth made by this all-women's collective in Romania. It's actually a prison, but also like totally chill. Now, I'm going to put on our Prosperity face oil. An SHV diet is pretty estrogen rich, and that can leave you with dry skin. So I am a face oil junkie. Dab it here and a little on my lips. We're done, and I'm ready to tell you about the Lux Festival. We're hosting it this October 13th through 16th. It's the world's first wellness festival for people at risk of SHV. For only $1,500, you can detangle your chakras at a former leper colony in the Virgin Islands. If you want us to actually let you in, there's the $12,000 gold package that gives you access to the Tantric yacht and a meet and greet with blonde influencers like Shelby Brown and a special surprise guest. Can't tell you who, but someone I totally love, and you will too. There'll be chelation hot tubs, aura analysis of your hair, and you'll be assigned your own service goat. Hey, buddy! Service goats like Bailey here have been clinically proven to lower the stress that triggers blonde rage. And these goats are not only rescues from a mine-clearing squad in Afghanistan, they've also been prayed over with intention by a homeopathic veterinarian. Bailey and me will see you on the beach, and remember the flow code. Live your brand and feel love, openness, and wellness.
I'm Jennifer Lim, and you're listening to Broad Strokes. The final 2 recordings from Hazel Hayes show a woman nearing the breaking point, a medical evaluation center becoming overcrowded, with staff overwhelmed and protocols abandoned. And in a move which ultimately led to the centers being shut down, underage patients were now being held.
I made a friend in here, which is tough, you know. As much as I love women, we have so much to prove around each other in the best of circumstances. Let alone when we all have shaved heads and are wearing one-size-fits-no-one scrubs. I've watched the new blondes come in, all of them. Every week, third wives, former pageant girls, waitresses who were saving up for a real estate course, women who couldn't afford a doctor to sign off on their status. They remind me of my mother, and we talk about as much. You never know what they need more, a hug or just to have a Virginia Slim one more time. Things changed when the younger girls came in. Jordan is 15. When she was first admitted, I took the clippers and started to shave her dyed black hair. "I don't care how I look," she said, "but you still suck for doing this." I claimed her as my quarantine daughter at that moment. But she isn't really tough all the time, and she's still a kid. One night in our ward, she was alone, and I heard her humming a Shelby Brown song and cradling her phone with her earbuds in. For a minute, I thought you guys had smuggled in a phone for her, too. But she showed me the screen on hers. It was smashed and dark. She asked me not to rat her out for a broken phone. I asked her why she was singing along to nothing. She said, "If you have your music, they can't take who you are." Then I lied. I told her that Shelby Brown went to my high school. I thought I did it to make her feel better, but it was probably to make someone in here actually like me. Of course, I went overboard trying to impress a teenager. I said that back then Shelby was a stuck-up Christian and totally stole my look. Jordan just stared at me and said, "What look?" I said, jeans? I should have shared my phone with her so she could phone someone or listen to a song. But I was scared too. You know I'm a bad hero, right? If you're listening, you picked the wrong person. But here I am. At least I'm consistent. Bad student, bad daughter, bad best friend. And yes, all my friends have told me I make pop culture references in lieu of real feelings. Definitely a bad girlfriend, too, if you can even say that I was a girlfriend. And now a bad whistleblower. Now, I want to talk about the guards, but I don't even know how because, are they soldiers or medical staff? If your doctor carries a gun, then obviously both. I should be telling you about the food in here, the restrictions on our activities, how when I asked for an abortion that they said the state didn't fund abortions and they weren't allowed. And I said, "Come on, just once, see if you like it." Ugh, I wish I had an accent, like Wanda Kovacs, and maybe people would take me seriously. Instead, I'm filling up this phone, this lifeline, with relationship problems. Ugh. I know it's the hormones, but some days I think that women have stupid dreams. I was hoping to get through this without a love interest tacked on, but here I am, thinking about Carl. Did I really believe that in his 20 years of teaching that I was the first student to stumble into his cramped office and stand too close to him under a framed poster for Woody Allen's Manhattan? Yeah, I know. In retrospect, very red flag, very big red flag. But I thought that I was the first to pity him, the first to believe that my love could save him from middle age and his academic paunch. How did I go from a riot girl to a mistress in a Philip Roth novel? Is that how easy compromise is? I guess I got something. He helped me get a thesis advisor, his wife, of course, an earlier version of me. Oh, and I got the little tumor in my life, my sweet parasite, chest burster number 1. That's the deal with myself. I acknowledge its existence now, but if I don't call it a baby yet, it's not real. Like if the UN brokered a 2-body solution. Last week, I felt it move for the first time. And it terrified me. to feel how strong this thing is inside me. I gasped out loud and the other women moved away from me. Everything normal about women is completely weird now. It's like the 15th century again. Shit, what was that?
The following is the final recording obtained by the Roots Radicals after there was no further word from Hazel.
They took Jordan last week. They took her into room 3. I tried to stop them and they dragged me upstairs. There was nothing they could do. They said she had broken with the fever, and the screams are real bad since then. No one remembers how many have gone in now, but room 3 is getting full. Yesterday, they brought sets of earplugs around for us. It sounds like some of the blondes are getting loose and attacking each other in there. The sound drifts up through the vents, and you wonder if the virus is drifting up too. We can't block it out, even with the earplugs stuffed deep. I saw them restraining another girl on a stretcher, and when they came back, I heard the nurse say that half of room 3 had gone triple D. I wish that meant that room 3 is really just Flavor Town, and Guy Fieri is going to hop out any minute with jalapeno poppers for everyone, but here, triple D means distressed, down, or dead. It's a military term, so I guess these really are soldiers here. I decided that I'm going in. I stole the keys. I'm going to get Jordan out because it's the one right thing I'll have done with my life. I'll leave this phone where you told me to hide it, and I really hope this all gets out there. Okay, the worldly possessions of Hazel Hayes, a 26-year-old woman. 1998 Jetta. Mom, you can have that if you're still alive. But you have to use the screwdriver to open the passenger door. 2 boxes of really good stash tea. My roommates can have that. They probably already have. My collection of scarves, same. A 1 signed copy of Chelsea Girls by Eileen Miles. Moira, that's yours if they can find you. 1 St. Vincent t-shirt. Oh God, my boobs are huge. That's not gonna fit anymore. Wish me luck. I haven't had any yet.
When federal investigations shut down the WE later that month, they discovered horrific scenes inside. One problem was the deceased bodies of the women who broke with SHV. It was a bureaucratic loop no one could escape, even the dead. Only relatives could claim bodies from the center, but patients and their families were not allowed contact. Not legally allowed to dispose of the bodies, the WE Center packed the corpses into the walk-in freezer of the cafeteria. It was so crowded that investigators found an employee flattening a woman's frozen body with a hammer to make more room on the shelves. Hazel was not among those bodies. She was, at that time, missing. We'll close this week out with the song Not Your Blonde Anymore, Song for Hazel, by pop icon Shelby Brown, herself a long-term survivor of the blonde virus.
You were scared, 'cause I was your first blonde. For you I shared chopped off my hair 8 years long. All your hurts set off amber alerts. I saw something, I'm gonna say something. It's my time to thrive. Stand in my way, I'll leave you alive. 'Cause I'm not your blonde anymore. You're the one who's wrong. I used to grow my hair back. Now I'm on the attack. I'm not your blonde anymore. You're the one who's wrong. My touch is like Wolverine. Boy, I'll put you into quarantine. You wouldn't let me go down. Called my scalp lethal. Said it was like getting with Vin Diesel. All your hurts set off amber alerts. I saw something, I'm gonna say something. It's my time to thrive. Stand in my way, I'll eat you alive. 'Cause I'm not your blonde anymore. You're the one who's wrong. I used to grow my hair back. Now I'm on the attack. I'm not your blonde anymore. You're the one who's wrong. My touch is like Wolverine. Boy, I'll put you into quarantine. I'll put you in, boy, quarantine. I was raised to smile and please until I got the blonde disease. I was raised to smile and please until I got the blonde disease that set me free. It's my time to thrive. Stand in my way, I'll eat you alive. 'Cause I'm not your blonde anymore. You're the one who's wrong. I used to grow my hair back. Now I'm on the attack. I'm not your blonde anymore. You're the one who's wrong. My touch is like Wolverine. Boy, I'll put you into quarantine. I'm not your blonde anymore. No, I'm not your blonde anymore. No, I'm not your blonde anymore. No, I'm not your blonde anymore. My touch is like Wolverine. Boy, I'll put you into quarantine.
You've been listening to The Blondes, based on the novel by Emily Schultz. This episode was performed by Madeline Zima, Helen Hong, Yvonne Zima, Dana Berker, Jenny Grace, Carson Elrod, and Bree Elrod. It was written by Brian J. Davis and Emily Schultz. It was directed by Brian J. Davis. Duncan Birmingham was executive producer and Jenny Grace consulting producer. Music for the series was composed by Oldfather. The song, Not Your Blonde Anymore, was performed by Don Lewis and Michael Hussey. Editing and sound design was by Brian J. Davis. The Blondes is now available from Picador Books.